Bernard played in that match, which did he even go on? Just having a look here. He did go on at half time, but it was a bit of a shock there, and you would have seen Bayer Leverkusen score that ghost goal against, I think it was Hoffenheim or something. That was a bit weird, but United, Leverkusen, Shakhtar, and Sociedad. I really want Shakhtar to fight for it with Leverkusen, but obviously Robbie Cruz voted gun for Leverkusen. Group B now, we've got Madrid, Gala, Juventus, and Copenhagen. Juventus playing very poorly. Galatasaray playing alright. They could have won against Juventus if they really hustled, but I didn't see much of the Madrid Juventus. But, that's a bit of a group. But PSG going strong. They started a great win. I think it's Vice for Olympiacos scored an amazing goal for Olympiacos at home against PSG, but they lost that one. And then a win against Anderlecht 3-0 for Olympiacos, and then a draw, which was very good against Benfica, and of course against Anderlecht, Mitroglou got that hat-trick, and Mitroglou was looking very promising for Olympiacos. He looks like a great striker. And in FIFA you would have seen he's gotten quite a few informs recently. We're talking about hat-tricks. Ibrahimovic gets 4 against Anderlecht. Anderlecht just can't contain the hat-tricks. Like, it's ridiculous. Benfica win 2-0. Olympiacos win 3-0. And PSG win 5-0. Like, it's quite amazing. Ibra very in form now. Playing amazingly. Group D, we've got Bayern Munich, City, Moscow, and Pleasant. I won't speak much about this group. Bayern's got it. If Moscow push a bit, they might be able to steal it off Manchester, but I don't think so. They probably got it quite comfortable. But I watched Manchester City versus Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich were just 10 times better than it. Was just ridiculous. It was a complete onslaught. Now, you could have seen all bad goalkeeping for Hart, and if he stopped one of them, they could have easily won, because Negredo, once he went on, he was so much livelier than Aguero that was playing, and they also hit the crossbar, so that was 2 goals that could have been scored, and also they were clearly on for a goal, but Boateng got a red card. They may have hit the crossbar from that free kick, I'm not sure. Yeah, that was where they got the crossbar. But if Hart stopped one of them, they could easily be on top of the group. But they kind of ended slowly there, Munich, but that they should easily pull off. An early shock, as I said, to Chelsea as they lost against Basel, but they put it back on track with a 3-0 win against Schalke. Torres man of the match there. Schalke and Chelsea should go through unchallenged probably. We've got Dortmund, Arsenal, Napoli, Marseille. It's a 3-horse race. Marseille have got no chance. They don't have the best squad. They've got quite a few good players like Nkolou and what was his name? Valbuena, sorry, I don't know why I forgot his name, but Napoli have got a very good, strong team now, and they'll definitely challenge Dortmund, but I reckon Dortmund at home in that second leg against Napoli will just be too strong, and them and Arsenal will pull out, as Dortmund did beat Arsenal in a great match. I watched that. And Atletico Madrid, they're playing absolutely amazing. Diego Costa in form, playing very well. He scored like 4 goals or something the last few matches, and he's just ripping it up there in Madrid, and Zenit and Porto fighting it out for second. Group H, Barca, Celtic, Milan, and Ajax. Ajax was so close to winning against AC Milan. 2 goals in the 90th minute. Somehow Balotelli scored a penalty, and they got a win clearly stolen off them there. Celtic won against Ajax, and a great draw fought out by Milan and Barca recently, the last match day. That's all in the Champions League, and we'll just do the Premier League right now I'm finished with the A-League. I'm just doing the A-League because I want to speak about a bit about the Australian soccer and how it's going. I'll speak a bit more about that later. I'll just kind of go through this rounds because I don't think I'm going to be doing any more EPL weekly. I'm just kind of a bit like this every week, just for what's kind of going on right now, and just maybe some stuff about some young prospects. Like, I think I'm going to do an episode on Ryan Hoffman, maybe this week, which would be nice, but hopefully getting some videos on Tuesday all the time. But back to EPL, we had not a lot of goals this round. We had Arsenal winning against Crystal Palace. It probably could have been 2-1. Crystal Palace should have had an easy goal, but Arteta took one for the team and got a red card after his goal. And Giroud, he's been so good this season, and I knew that Giroud was going to be good for Arsenal. Just they had to wait a bit, but now they've got it and they're on top of the table. Norwich, Cardiff, a draw there. Everton looking very strong. Manchester United far out. This is how they win. They go down against easy teams and they score one by Hernandez, one by Rooney or something in the last 20 minutes, and they pull off the win somehow, which is so irritating. You know, it just pisses me off because if they didn't score last 20-minute goals, they'd probably finish 15th every year because it just frustrates me. But finally, they're winning and they're playing Jigawa. What a surprise. Liverpool, geez, they look so good. I didn't think Suarez was going to make too much of a difference, but he did get a hat-trick. So I did very well for Liverpool there. Southampton, Fulham. Southampton somehow made their way into 5th place with only one loss to their name. And that is very good for a team like them. But then we have got Sunderland finally winning their first match of the season against Newcastle, which was such a strong team, but they just can't win, you know. Another 0-0 between West Ham and Swansea. Swansea probably should have won that one. They would have probably been level, if not in front of Manchester United. Then we had Chelsea versus Manchester City. Now I might go a bit more in depth into this match. Schürrle scored his first goal, which I was very pleased about. Brilliant build-up play. Torres, he's playing so well now. I know he should have got that first one, but he did score it, which he did deserve at the end, which was a bit of a gaffe from Hart, who is looking to go out at the end of the season. I will put your comments who you think Manchester City's next goalkeeper will be, because I don't think Hart's going to be there at the end of the season. Aguero's shot could have been finished by Czech. A lot of people saying it was a really nice finish, but I think it was close to Czech and he could have saved it. But Torres, another chance hitting the crossbar, but he's playing so well. And it looks like he's going to keep his spot for next week as well, which is what he needs to do. Now, the last thing in this video is the A-League. Now, I'll just kind of flip through the scores a bit from the first 3 rounds which have gone, and not go through a lot of them in depth. So, Sydney, Newcastle 2-0. Central Coast versus Western Sydney, the grand final rematch 1-1. Melbourne Victory versus Melbourne Heart, the worst Melbourne derby I've ever seen. 0-0, not exciting, dull, I should say. Brisbane won against Wellington, Adelaide notched a win. And then, best game of the season by far already, Adelaide United versus Melbourne Victory. 2-2. Adelaide they scored 2 goals, which one was offside and the other one was not a penalty. And Melbourne scored a goal that was onside that was called offside. and it was 2-0 at half time. Then the whole second half, Melbourne Victory had the ball, literally 80-20 possession. They kept on going and going, and they scored 2 goals in the last 20 minutes. And you may have heard of James Tracy. He hasn't played much for the national team, but he was a star in that match, as well as Mitch Nichols, and Barbarouses is a great new signing as well. I won't really go through many of the other games. Western Sydney won 2-0. Brisbane lost to Melbourne Victory with another goal by Tracy, another brilliant goal. And that's about it. So Brisbane, Western Sydney, Central Coast, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, Sydney, Melbourne Heart, Wellington and Newcastle is the ladder there. So everyone's got some points, which is very nice to see. But the only team that still hasn't scored their first goal is Newcastle. So they've been in 2 goalless draws and a 2-0 loss. Now some other stuff just regarding Australian soccer is for Perth Glory. You probably haven't heard of them, but they have. You probably would have heard of this guy. His name's William Gallas, and he has gone to Perth Glory, which is amazing for Australian soccer, and I'm really pumped to watching Melbourne Victory. Obviously, he's played for Tottenham, he's played for Arsenal, he's played for Chelsea, and he's playing for Perth Glory now, so that's going to be a great addition to the marquee players in the league. Also, you may have heard that the Australian coach Holger Ossick got sacked recently, and a former Melbourne Victory coach for about a year, Ange Postecoglou, is taking the job, which is a bit disappointing in Melbourne Victory supporters' hands, but it's good for the Australian because people like Troisi will get games, and he'll look more to the A-League than people that are doing okay internationally, so that should be good. So I hope you like this video, something a bit different. I'm just talking about stuff that's happening right now, but I should have a few more videos up this week, which will be very good. Make sure you watch them and go back and watch any other videos you haven't seen on my channel. Please like and subscribe if you're new to my channel. That'll be awesome. And comment below on anything I asked for during this video, and what you think of what I've talked about. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.